Hi, this is Roni, and welcome to the Telephone Game YouTube Hop. And it's with the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. And in this hop, everybody does a layout. Well, the first one does it, and then sends it on to the next person. Then they do one and send it on, and so on. So I'm number 6 in line, and Becky Back was before me, and her layout is the one that I looked at. And I only looked at it briefly. I looked at it and that was it, and did my layout. So I was doing it from memory because I thought that'd be more like the telephone game that we played as a kid. So from memory, I did my layout. And looking at it now, there is something up over the top of the first picture and to the next. And there is a piece of paper behind the pictures. But I remember there was 3 pictures and a big cluster down at the bottom, and that it was matted. The paper was matted on another piece of paper, which was wood grain. But I did get that part right. See, I got a frame around my picture, and the paper I used isn't from my kit. I put it in there, and I went ahead and put what was left of the paper pad in there, and it was Crate Papers, Boys Rule, and I think it was like 2012, 13. It's been a while. I'll have to look. And so I have some more solid looking papers, I guess, to go with my papers that I have in my kit, because I couldn't find anything to go on here but one, and it was red. And I wanted to use red as an accent instead of the background. Well, I had red with little triangles of white. So I am going to mat my photos on red. These are my photo mats. I went ahead and cut them at 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then I knew the other photos were 4 by 4, so I did 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I used that punch there to punch out some stars, so I'd have some confetti-like stuff to put on my page. And I'm matting my photos on what's left of my photo mats. That one picture, the larger one, is what's going to that I'm going to make my title off of. Although that is my grandson's birthday, the one that you see right there in the picture right then. And we are at the Skate City, and they have birthday parties there. And then they also have a ball pit and arcade games, and I don't know what all. They're constantly taking their skates off and on while they're there. But they were playing in the ball pit at the time, and I seen his little cousin get out of there on his head, so I had to take a picture. And if there wasn't no glare on that picture, you'd see him in the background, so he's in it also. And I am covering up that one little boy because that's somebody I didn't know. Because even though they have parties there, there's other kids there too. They just have a section for the parties, for the cake and everything, and then everybody does all the other things. And I'm going to put my cluster of embellishments down in the right-hand corner, and as you can see, I didn't put a piece of paper behind my picture, so that's something that fell behind the wayside on my watch. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm looking through them to see which ones I want to use in my cluster, and some of it's going to be on foam tape, some of it's going to be glued down to the paper, and some of it's going to be glued down to the paper plus have foam tapes. And that one I was really tempted to use, but I didn't. That one right there. I don't remember what it said, but I was tempted to fussy cut it out and use it. And I am going to fussy cut out that spaceship, flying saucer, that's what it'd be called. It says you're out of this world. And the one to the right has got game controls, because there are all kinds of games at the Skate City. And so I thought, well, it won't hurt to have games in there. And then I had the other one there too. Of course, the games are bigger than these, but I still thought they would work. And I decided I didn't want to throw away the leftovers from my fussy cutting. I thought, well, I could use it, and it can just kind of peek out below everything else. And so I am going to glue them on the page. And I don't know if my cluster is quite as big as hers or not, but yeah, I like that cluster of all kinds of goodies to play with down there in the corner. And I did like adding the dimension to them so they show up better. And I knew only half of that one was going to show, so I decided to just cut it in half. And it's got a light bulb, and then it says lit on it. And you can see most of that once I put it down, but it have the bottom part down. But I figure I can use it somewhere else on something, and so I am saving it. And the foam tape I'm using is not very high profile. It's a lower profile, which I do like, but it is super sticky. I got it off of Amazon. I've seen some people talking about it on Facebook, so I looked, and I think they hit a link, and I hit it, and it is a good size roll, but it is very, very sticky. So if you want any sticky, check Amazon. 2 rolls for $9.95, I think, and they're pretty good size rolls. And that's a pizza, and you really can't tell that it's pizza by the time I get done and add the flying saucer to it. But it fills in that empty spot right there, and so the background paper don't show. And I am adding foam tape behind the flying saucer because the whole reason of me fussy cutting it is because I kind of wanted it to pop. And I left the black edge all the way around it. I didn't trim all the way to the flying saucer or the light beam coming out from the bottom because I thought that would help it pop too. And I wanted to use that little round one there with the star, but I didn't see a place where I really liked it. And I'm going to go through these one more time to see if there's anything else I want. Oh, and I pulled the goals out because I remembered there was a phrase or something that Becky had on her layout that came out from the left of the cluster. So that's what I'm going to do there because I remembered that part. And this is my title, is where I'm going to get it, and it's Focus on What Matters. And I put this in here because I bought one a few years ago when it first came out, and then I seen it on sale somewhere and bought another one. So I have 2 packages of those, and I think I've used 2 now out of 2 packages. And thought, well, if I put it in my How to Kill a Kit with Style, maybe I'll remember to use it. So yes, I used it on something. And the rest of my title is going to be, the whole thing's going to say Focus on What Matters, like the best way to get out of the ball pit, because that little cutie's on his head. And you do not know how many kids got out that way, the smaller kids. They just kind of roll out head first. It's kind of rough in that ball pit. I mean, you can see them crawling around, and I guess they can't get very good footing when they go to get out, and so he went head first. And that sticker there, well, not sticker die cut, it's a sticker now, it's on foam tape. It says Caution, Teen Years Ahead, because I believe this is his 12th birthday, and so the next year he would be 13, so yeah, teen years ahead. And I put that little black one down there just to fill in the gap, so it looked like the word goals went in a little bit farther. And I'm going to scatter some stars around the layout, and yeah, I'm being picky which ones I use. And I decided I wanted that big one there and kind of tuck it underneath that circle that says, oh yeah. And I tried to use a big one up there on top and didn't care for it, so I'm going to use 3 small ones. But yeah, this is my layout, and it was fun getting hers, and I cannot wait to see all of them when they go up. Yeah, that'll be a little while though. But yeah, I'm 6th in line, and I think there's 3 more after me. So yeah, it's going to be a fun hop. But yeah, there's my layout, and I will leave Becky's link to Becky's channel below. Plus, I will leave a link to the Redefined a Creative Secret Not Secret Facebook page, so you can check that out. And they have a challenge every Thursday night, and it's a sketch challenge, so you might want to get in on that. But if you leave a comment below, I'll be sure to respond. I love the interaction in the comment section on YouTube. And if you like the video, please hit a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe. But check out the YouTube Hop. It's going to go on for several more days, and there's more than one doing it. So even if you watch some of them, there might be some on another group. But I'm thinking there's 3 different YouTube groups. There's also groups that's just Facebook only, but these are all the YouTube ones. Anyway, thank y'all so much for joining me. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a happy, scrappy week. Bye.